Hi, welcome to GGKCS, a multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitch, and geeky. I need more coffee, y'all. My name is Cece. My pronouns are she, they. Today is Saturday, the 4th of March, 2023, and this is episode 494. So we're going to hit episode 500 this year. Although technically, if you take into account all the Stitch With Me videos, all the unboxings, and all of the Vlogmas, Flossmas, what was the Halloween one called? I can't think of what the phrase was. Anyway, we're probably well over, I would guess probably somewhere between 600 and 700 episodes. So yeah, that's a lot. Things are going well. Just very busy with work and life. Dammy is super busy right now. The play that they are directing is next week, and I'm gonna go see it a week from today on closing night. I'm gonna go with Dammy on closing night to see it. I think I've talked about it on here before, but 3 alum from their university, including Dammy, have all come back to each direct a queer storied 1-act play, and then all 3 of the 1 acts will be together in one sitting. So I'm super excited, but yeah, Dammy has been super busy, and all the things that life and health and all the things can throw in to cause wrenches in rehearsals and all those things have definitely happened. So I know I'm super excited for their show next week, but I know they too are ready to for things to calm back down. So yep. And today, the 4th of March, Pink has not had a seizure in a month. Knock on all the wood. So I'm actually waiting for a call from the vet. And typically the vet calls me on Saturdays. I think I was telling someone last night that if prior patterns hold true, the vet will call sometime today. I think it's probably because I think the clinic is open for part of the day, and then maybe the vet does their call outs after that. So because we are going to talk about reducing that first new medicine that we put Pink on and trying to completely go off of it, and just sticking with the second medicine since it seems to be the one that is doing the trick. So we have to get all those plans in place and figure out how to do that. So, but thank you so much, everyone, for your kind words and love and support for my baby, who turned 7 this week. Can you even imagine? That means she has been my baby for 5 years. Stay tuned after the credits for a video. She's currently sitting, I don't know if you can see her. Probably not now. She's currently sitting in my chair. She's like, you got up. My chair now. So, all right. Well, I have some stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. I just realized that I didn't say a big welcome back to our returning viewers. Love you. And a big hi to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. Okay, let's jump in. So what is on my knitting needles? In my adorable cat bag that I got when I was visiting the UK, I have birthday socks for my bestie's husband. This is my French vanilla cappuccino sock pattern that you can find at javapearldesigns.com. As always, everything that I talk about in the episode is going to be linked in the show notes at ggkcs.com. I've used US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is West Yorkshire Spinner's Signature 4-ply self-striping in the Winter Icicle colorway. How fantastic is this striping pattern? I had no clue it was going to do this. I've never knit with a West Yorkshire Spinners yarn where it hasn't been just equal, the stripes typically are about that wide, maybe a little bit wider. But yeah, this thick and thin is so freaking cool. I am loving it. It's very, very fun. And Jeremy has huge feet. like a US, I think it's a US 14. So yeah, it's nice to have something to keep my interest when I'm knitting these very, very large socks. I think I knit a piece of Pink's hair into the socks, which would not be abnormal at all. That's usually what happens. So this is sock number 1. Can't remember how many inches I have to go to. I think I have to go to like 13 inches before I start the heel. Let's just see where I'm at. I'm not quite to 9 inches. So this is a Saki's sock ruler. I've got it in inches and centimeters, and it is a great tool for knitting socks, and it lives right here in my craft cart because I use it quite often. So this is what is on the needles right now. I love Worcestershire spinners. This is some of the yarn that I got when I was in the UK back in October. So I'm excited to be knitting from it for the bestie's husband who lives in the UK. So, all right, well, I have some FOs, so let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time to talk about my knitting finished projects. I actually just recorded a video that you won't see until the April podcast of 4 finished knitted projects that are a secret. So but they will have been received by their recipients by next podcast. So I will plug that video in to next time's episode. Okay. Okay. So I have, as usual, 4 preemie hats. This is from my free top-down preemie hat pattern that you can get at javapearldesigns.com, and they're all done on US 6's 4mm needles. So this is preemie hat number 6 for the year. It used Pandia's Jewels 3-ply tweed in the sleek colorway and Knitology worsted in the royal court colorway. I love the little pops of tweed. This is number 7 for the year, and it used Vitellana Ambient worsted in the Titian colorway and Countess Ablaze Lady Persephone sock in the Stardust colorway. I just held a strand of both of those together, and I love how it turned out. Okay, hold on, I gotta scroll. Okay, this is number 8 for the year, and it is Soundview Fiber Mill Fingering in the, nope, I lied. This one. This one is number 8 for the year. I unstacked my stack of FOs and they got out of order. This is Soundview Fiber Mill Fingering in the CC's pink colorway and Bootlegger's Hollow Hand-Dyed Cloud in the Look at the Flowers Lizzie colorway. That one is like, and it really is that like hot pink in person. And then this is number 9 for the year. Countess Ablaze Lady Persephone sock in the Stardust colorway and Bootlegger's Hollow Hand-Dyed Cloud in the Look at the Flowers Lizzie colorway. I just held a strand of each together. There's a piece of my hair. So pretty. I love how those turned out together. So that is the 4 knitted FOs I can show you, and I will show you these other 4 next month. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, now let's talk about FlossTube. FlossTube. There we go. Okay, first up in this beautiful birds project bag from Garen Toten Bags, I am working on Santa Stamp Collection, which was is a pattern by Katie Landis of Black Needle Society, and it was part of the Nice List last year, and I know she's planning to release it at some point. I'm doing it on Fortnite fabric, 16 count Aida in the plush colorway using called for DMC. I'm not going to take it out of the Q snap. There is some stuff underneath here, so obviously you can't see the sea of collection. So I have finished all the way to stamp number 11, and then I decided I'm going to pop up here and do the header, and then I'll come back to the stamps. So the changes I am making is I've outlined the stamps in this kind of purpley brown. No changes to collection, but stamp is done in white, and so I'm outlining it with this teal to give it some definition. Because the fabric that Katie originally designed this on was darker. And so some of these lighter colors are not showing up. And I think the other change I'm going to make is, I can't remember, I need to look at the pattern again, but I think there's some I know there's like doodads and whatever's around, but I think it's done in that like super light color around the stamp, which is not going to show up. So I'm thinking I might do it like in the yellow and just make it pop. So, and I'm just knitting an average of 35 stitches a day on this, and that should have me finished by the end of November. So it's super cute, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I love these letters. Oh, they're so beautiful. Pink and orange are my favorite colors. Pink is by far and above any other color, but orange, not necessarily this bright of an orange, but more of like a burnt orange, is my second favorite color. So there is that. Okay, next in my sunflowers project bag from Stitching the High Notes, although this is an old bag, so she doesn't make this style anymore. I am working on Move Forward in Love by Modern Folk Embroidery. I am using Fortnite Fabric 16 count Aida in the hue colorway, and I'm using the called for DMC other than the border I am doing in Threadworks Bradley's balloons. Okay, this is how it goes. Look at that. So I've got the top and the one side done, and I have started, I have started on the bottom, and then I will do the other side, and then I will go in and fill in the middle. I love, love, love the rainbow border. I think it just makes it pop. But it's so pretty. So, so pretty. So I really am enjoying stitching on this. I would love to finish this by the end of the year. I think I will. Because, I mean, I know that I will be doing a new start of the Spring and Stars Hollow pattern for the Black Needle Society retreat. But then once I finish both of the Spring and Stars Hollow and Move Forward in Love, I'm going to start in on the Christmas stockings that I talked about in last month's episode. Okay, in my Outlander to Bed or to Sleep project bag by Stitch Toolbox, I believe. I am working on, and I didn't take this out of the Q-Snap either, the British Isles Adventure Sal by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I'm doing it on the called for Zweigart 16 count Aida in pale blue, and I'm using the called for DMC. So I finished clue 1. So if you take these two pieces out, all of that was clue 1, and there's more up here that you can't see. And then I have started on clue 2. So this is a soccer ball. Once I have all the pieces in, I will tell you about each of them. But yeah, so I was able to do it with the first clue. I was able to finish the clue well before the second clue dropped. And so I'm hoping that I can do the same with this and finish clue 2 before clue 3 drops, because this is a 6 clue pattern. And as you can see, this is obviously a blurry picture, but it shows you like the shape. So it's the shape of the British Isles. And some people are making really, really interesting changes and adaptations and things to it. The things that I changed from clue 1 was made a sporin on the kilt, and I put the extra stitch in the Scottish flag and put the cross on it. Thus far, I have not made any changes to clue 2, but we'll see. We'll see if I decide to do that. Okay, and then I gotta move these so I can get to this. In my Winnie the Pooh project bag from Knit Run Dig, I am working on Edinburgh Castle by Terra Luna Stitchery. All the details about everything I'm using for this is in the show notes, ggkcs.com. And here is where I'm at. So I just did that square right there last night. So as you can see, I'm getting back over in the blue, which is exciting because it takes less time to stitch a square when I'm in the sky. But I mean, I love that you can like see the detail now of windows and doors, chimneys. It's so fantastic. So when I finished stitching last night, I was at 93,120 stitches out of 265,824 complete. And I hit the 35% mark, 35.031% complete. When I finish this diagonal up and do the next one down, I know you can't see it because my Bob's thing's there. It will be page 18 finish. So right here is page 18. But as you can see, I'm really close. So in the next few months, I will finish the second row of pages. Let's see, 8, 16, no wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 47, 53, 57, 63-ish squares to go, so 2 months. I will be done with the second row of pages, which is super exciting. So I am just doing a square a day on this at this point. I mean, there may be some days where I can't accomplish that and I will put in at least 25 stitches, but I am trying to do a full square every single day. And that is all of my cross stitch that I'm working on. So sorry, my nose is itchy. Let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, yummies. Yummies are our current favorite things, things we like, things we want to talk to you about, yummies. So I got the over-dyed flosses for the Spring and Stars Hollow pattern for the Black Needle Society retreat that's coming up. So Forbidden Fiber Co. has done their own interpretation of the fancy flosses. And I don't think I used them the first year, but I used them last year. And then, but I mean, it's not a huge deal because each square, even though I'm stitching them all together as one long piece, it's not like all the colors carry over to each square of the pattern. So it's fine. Anyway, let me show you. From Forbidden Fiber Co. Mary Ann's Broken Heart. I think it's lichen moss. Lichen moss. Apricot. This is my favorite. Valentine. Look at those colors. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Cayman. This is one that we used last year as well. Blush and Bashful. Yeah, Blush and Bashful. Unrequited. Tenacity. And Dutch Iris. So if you are doing the Summer and Stars Hollow retreat, I mean the Spring and Stars, hold on, I'm all confused. We did autumn, we did summer, we're doing spring. If you are doing the Spring and Stars Hollow retreat and you have not purchased your over-dyed flosses, these are available at Forbidden Fiber Co. and they're beautiful and I'm super excited to use them along with so this bag right here from 123 Stitch has the rest of the Spring and Stars Hollow flosses plus the ones I had picked up at a neighborhood craft store, as well as all the flosses for my and Dammy and Pink Pearl's Christmas stockings. And I don't remember if I showed you that I did get a Christmas red Ada to use for pinks, along with the Steel City Stitchers are both of these. This one's for mine, there's a piece of fuzz on it, and that one's for Dammy's. So, yes. And speaking of the Christmas stockings, I bought a new Q-snap so that I would have one just dedicated to the Christmas stockings. So that meant I needed a new grime guard. So I got these from Crab Shack Stitchery, who I've purchased from before and adore. So this is the one for the Christmas stockings, the snowflakes. And then how could I pass up this rainbow? So I think I need to use this on the Move Forward in Love piece because it's fantastic. Highly recommend. They're here in Washington State. So yeah, it got to me very, very quickly. Okay, and then, okay, hold on, let me see. I have a magazine and I'm looking to see what I was going to show you. This was not my favorite issue. Just Cross Stitch, April 2023. So it's a spring issue. I'm not a spring stitcher really. Other than like Spring and Stars Hollow. This one is called First Flowers by Tracy Richards of Wrought Iron Stitching, and they made it into like a little pouch. That's kind of cute. So it has all the directions. I did like this one. This is called My Work is Done by Pam Lewis of Praiseworthy Stitches. It says, my thread is cut, my work is done. I think that's really pretty. Yeah, there's a picture of everything. It was just all very springy stitches, and that's just not my cup of tea. So, but that is what came in the mail since I talked to you last. So I'll have new glasses to show you next month. They're supposed to be here on Tuesday. So I'm very excited about that. And I will have the March Black Needle Society box to show you next month as well. Well, I will do the unboxing video when it comes. So, all right. Well, let's move on to the next segment. Well, with that, we're at the end of the show. Thank you so much for joining me today. A few announcements. A reminder that I am a rep for the Black Needle Society. So I get my every other month boxes gifted to me so that I can share about them with y'all. You can save 5% on everything in the Black Needle Society vault with the coupon code JAVAPEARL5, JAVAPURL and the number 5 at the Black Needle Society.com. And the vault is where all the extras from previous boxes can be found. So if there's something from a previous box that you were like, I wonder if I can get that, go check out the vault because it might be there. A reminder about the Pride Along that continues through the 1st of July. There's a YouTube video at GGKCS.com that tells you all about it. Thank you to everyone who supports the podcast. A huge thank you to our Patreon supporters. We really are grateful for you. Details of if you want to support the podcast financially are in the show notes, ggkcs.com. And you can find where we are everywhere. On ggkcs.com, there's links to Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, JavaPearlDesigns.com. All the things can be found there. Well, with that, I'm going to tell you goodbye. I hope you have a great month of March ahead of you. And yeah. Hopefully things slow down a little bit. For me and Dammy at least. So, well, until I see you again, which will be in an unboxing video sometime this month for the Black Needle Society. Or if you don't watch that, I'll see you again in April. And until then, happy crafting. Talk to you again soon. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Somebody's watching me.